Well, everybody always asks, hey Rev, woo, where's the garden videos? Why haven't we seen any garden videos? This is one reason why we've not been doing a lot of gardening videos. Now, take it for granted, the flower bed is doing like smoking hot. We got to tie these guys up. We've got squash coming in. We've got squash back there. We got watermelons and cucumbers breaking the ground. And we've been struck by lightning twice, 2 years in a row. Hey, welcome back to the Garden Rebel channel, and we're going to go down here to the garden spot right now. We had some very bad rains throughout the last week. The previous part of this video was the first day down there when it was actually raining. Today, we're going to go down there and see what we got left. It's still too muddy to walk in. Then we're going to hit the flower beds real quick. And this weekend, we're going to travel up to my father's place and check out what he's got growing in his garden. Let's see what we've got down here. We've got corn coming up, I can see that. Tomato plants look horrible, but yeah, it's just too muddy. Muddy all the way around it. Woo. You can hear my feet sloshing through the mud now here. Sit down. Oh, quicksand. See how my feet are just marring up in it. I think the tomatoes will be all right. Once they get some sun on them and they start coming back, we're going to lose some. That's expected. But I'm not going to freak over it. I'm not. I just hope that it dries up enough so we can get out here and get some of this grass out of here before it overtakes it. And we'll salvage what we can. Got watermelons coming up that are left. I hope it's a good variety. And I see some stuff out in there. That's one reason why I didn't plant this right here, because this usually sets in water. But this year we just had a lot of excessive rains. And you know, it is what it is. Let's go over and check out the other garden spot. Then we'll hit the small gardens up there in Karen's old grow bed, which is really starting to piss me off because they're out doing everything I did. All that sweat, hard work. What did it get me? Mud. Hey, it is what it is. Hopefully your garden is doing better. All right. It's just hard to believe. Let me spin you in here. It's hard to believe that something, and you can tell the creek is still really muddy. Something that I really enjoy living on causes the most havoc in my gardening life. And here we go. Cripple man jump. Oh, feet's wet. That's good, cool. All right, let's see what we got here. Squash. Cucumbers. Coming up good. Nothing from that mound yet. You can see, I got two mounds that nothing's coming up on. Cucumbers, and we're starting to have okra sprouting. Now I've got to go over here and thin it out. We've got some corn sprouting. Green beans are coming along, and I'm sinking down here in this garden also. There's our beans. And I've got to move the fence over just a little bit more. Got some corn coming up. And some tomato plants. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, wow, what's he complaining about? You've got this garden. Well, the reason I complain about that side is because I put the majority of the plants over there. And that is the garden. This is the garden we eat out of right here. And yeah, we'll take stuff out of that one. And we'll take something out of the one up next to the garage in Karen's little grow box. But that was the one that was the bragging spot, to where you tell people, hey, come over, I've got plenty. It's not bragging, it's just, yeah, it is, it's showing off. But anyhow, that's the one that we wanted to use to give to the community, to give to people that's helped us out, older people that can't do this anymore. I'm just glad it didn't take that beehive. Because that was the hive that was initially going up to my dad's place, but it never made up there because of the weather, and now it's stuck with me for the rest of the year. But anyhow, that's the creek. And next year I'm not going to put nothing out over in this spot until after June. That's going to be cutting the growing season really close, but we're going to go up here to the flower beds and the little grow boxes, and I'm fixing to make a splash here, so this water is so cold. Woo! Hallelujah, baby Jesus. Alright, let's go up here and see what we got. I'm not going to use the tripod for this. We're just going to do a real quick walk around. Alright, these plants were transplanted from cups. These were the seeds that were started by a friend of mine. He brought them over, and the frost hit them really hard. I accidentally left them out one night. I done it by mistake, and you can tell they're kicking it pretty good, but there's not a lot of size to them. I mean, yeah, that's not going to do much. Tomatoes are looking good, but look at my beautiful cabbage plant. That's what all of them in the garden look like before the rain hit them again. I'm going to go in and get some Dawn dishwashing liquid and some soap and water and spray on them to keep these moths off of them. Now this one's got two heads on it, and I don't know why, because nothing ever happened to it. But the tomatoes are looking great, okay? We're good with that. And I'm happy with this little spot. Now we'll go up here and look at the stuff that I started from seed, and look at the difference. That's a zucchini. Now it's late producing than the one that coming from the cut, but look how much bigger and fuller the plant is. All these were started with seed at the beginning of the year, and the blooms are starting to really come out on them really good. Your plants will catch up, okay? We've got some cucumbers right here, a few cucumbers. And as you can tell, our garden partner's been out here because she buried a tree and she moved a seed over, so bless her heart, she was thinning them out for me. And we've got a watermelon plant. And then this row right here, I just don't know what we're going to put. I don't know yet. But this whole thing is so easy to maintain. I'm telling you, I'm really considering this next year putting the rows lengthwise. They'll give me 16-foot rows. A canopy panel will stretch across. I can put beans, 2 rows of beans. I can do 2 rows of tomatoes, a little row of corn, a couple rows of squash and zucchini, another row of cucumbers. And what more do I want? You know, I mean, really, that, I mean, that's a lot of work to have flooded. But, you know, poop happens. You just got to wipe about it and go on. Now let's go check Karen's little box out. Now, look here. Look at this. This right here will feed us in squash for the whole summer. 3-4 plants total. I think 2 are zucchini and 2 are squash plants. The other one hasn't started blooming. And I don't know what else is in the hill. I know that there's a little dwarf plant coming on, and everybody would say pull it, but I'm gonna let it set for a little bit. And see this? It gets so much rain, no matter what you spray on it. Worm poop. They just, you know, you can't keep an organic or a commercial bought pesticide on it. And those tomatoes are really going good, but this is hers. She's responsible for tying them up, and that's her job, and I'm not doing it for her. I'm not going to do it. But anyhow, that is a freebie. We've got probably $3 total, $4 in that whole little setup of seeds. And I think you can buy the tomato plants up here at the greenhouse. It's 50 cents a cup. So you got $1.50. 1, 2, 3, you got $1.50 in tomato plants. The cabbage was, if you broke it down per cost, I think they're $1 a plant, maybe 75 cents a plant. And we bought a pack of seeds for $1 that had 100 seeds in it, probably $1.50. 3 scoops of seeds for $1.50. So, you know, you got tops $5 in this. The dirt come from the construction site, so, and the pallet wood was free. Free. And she enjoys it. She, I planted it. She put 2 hills of seeds in there. And everybody that comes up, she's, look what I done. Hey, happy wife, happy life. All right. But I think this is going to work. I believe that we're going to wind up putting a few hills of watermelon here, a few hills of cantaloupe, and maybe a couple more watermelon, cucumber vines. And that'll finish this little jewel up. I like it. Like it a lot. And it don't flood. At all. Alright, so let's go through this again. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. Leave us a comment. I'll get back to it as soon as I can with an answer, if I know it. If not, it might take me a little bit to research it, and in other words, call my dad and find out. But we'll get back to you on something about it, I promise you. So do us a favor, subscribe, hit like, leave us a comment. That's about wraps it up for me until it dries up. God, it's gonna rain all week. Hey, that's life. Deal with it and go on. But hopefully we'll see you next time back down at the garden spot. So y'all have a blessed holiday weekend and be safe.